Here are the standings so far. Legler with 23, Dennis Scott with 19, George McLeod with 18, and Clifford Robinson with 11, with still 4 more shooters to go. Here is Dana Barros, who finished second 2 years ago behind Mark Price. This is his 4th appearance representing the Boston Celtics, and a lot of people think this guy has a great shot. Steve Kerr, who's 3rd in the league right now, holds the NBA career record for the highest three-point shooting percentage. Kerr will start from the right side of the court and Barros from the left.
I think Steve Kerr's got a great opportunity here because this is his third try. And you know when a guy doesn't make it the first 2 times, he's really worked hard at it.
He's hungry.
He is very hungry. Matter of fact, I saw him in Chicago with the ball of racks out working on his game. He said on a 10-day road trip, he had 4 solid days of 3 times a day working on this game.
Dana Barros is red hot.
Dana Barros is a great shooter, and he holds the NCAA record for most threes in a consecutive games and the NBA record. So, you know, he practices a lot of three-pointers.
Kerr hits the money ball, however, to climb back in.
Kerr said the top of the key was his favorite spot. He's not done well from up there, but he's gotten a chance to hit the money ball, and this still makes it big for him.
Dana Barros is on a good roll, too. He's just hit the money ball. He needs to have a strong finish here.
This is a great battle going on right now.
And see, right here toward the end is when your arms start getting a little bit tired, you may not be getting as much lift. And it's important to really concentrate.
It's going to be tough for these guys to shoot jump shots to get all the balls done, to get all the balls off here.
Well, Steve Kerr said he didn't care if he didn't get them all. He just wanted to make the ones he shot.
And Kerr, who made 4 money balls, misses the last one.
Had a chance to go ahead.
He might have rushed that. There's a guy that is enjoying it. Isaiah Thomas, the boss man of the Toronto Raptors. Steve Kerr had 4 money balls and ended up with 18 points. But Dana Barros, this was the best head-to-head we've had thus far.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 great shooters. And Dana, 18 should be good enough, Dick. 15 in the past has always gotten guys into the finals, but 18 should get them in. But there's still 2 great shooters to come.
They had to surpass 11. That was the total by Clifford Robinson, and both did.
Steve Kerr had a nice rhythm going. He didn't make the money ball on that particular shot, but look at him. He's one of the guys that looks at the rack. Some guys like to keep their eye on the rim, but Steve Kerr takes his focus off the rack onto the rim and back and forth.
So the 18 points apiece for Barros and Kerr. So you have now Legler, Scott, Barros, Kerr, and McLeod, a 3-way tie. So we had a 3-way tie for 18, and someone's going to have to lose out. 24-second tiebreaker.
I have to think if George McLeod gets into the later rounds, he has an advantage because if you're watching, he doesn't leave the ground when he shoots. He's an arm shooter and set shot shooter. So I think those guys have the biggest advantage. Like Danny said, this isn't real basketball.
Well, we know one thing. We're going to have a new champion this year because Glenn Rice did not survive the first round.
On the first one to McLeod.
It's different when the clock's running down, isn't it?
Especially after you just shot. Fatigue could come into play here, especially for Barros. He is really struggling right now, and you got to think that fatigue, Reggie, just hasn't had time to come back.
You know, George McLeod can get it going. He's hit 10 in a row in one game, and he can put it down if he gets in a rhythm.
And George McLeod has advanced. And will go against Kerr now. So the total for McLeod was 7, and Kerr will go solo from the right side of the court.
Well, I think that's really tough when you're going solo. You have nobody over there shooting against.
But the good thing, Reggie, he only has to make 4 to advance. So
yeah, that's true.
That's all he wants to do. Matter of fact, if he makes 4, he might as well just quit and save his energy for the next round.
Good idea. McLeod with 7 is in. So Legler, Scott, and McLeod. Kerr needs 4 to pass Barros and become the final semifinalist.
This is big for him after having 3 tries. This is a great opportunity for him.
I don't think there's any question he'll do it.
He's halfway there.
This will do it.
One more.
Hello. Okay, rest. Just rest, Steve.
He doesn't need any more.
Take your time.
Maybe he's practicing for the next round. It could be easy.
Well, you know, I think that someone should have probably told him, maybe he needs a coach of his own. Because that's a part of the strategy.
Well, he really slowed down. He knew what he was doing out there.
He ended up with 8 points. Dikembe Mutombo on hand, checking the scoreboard. So, Tim Legler with 23. Dennis Scott with 19. Steve Kerr with 18 and McLeod with 18. Both advance after there was a 3-way tie for the final spot. So here are the standings. Tim Legler and Dennis Scott. McLeod with 17 will not advance, and now it depends on what Steve Kerr does. Now Kerr also had to shoot an extra round in the tiebreaker, the 24-second, when 3 shooters had 18. That was his total. He did pretty well in the second rack.
Nick, I don't really think that tiebreaker one really makes a difference. They're only shooting like 6 balls. If they had to do a full 60 seconds, I think it would have made a difference.
Kerr needs 19 to tie for second and 20 to qualify. That's what Steve Kerr of the Chicago Bulls faces, and of course throughout this year as a member of this fantastic team with only 5 losses, he's had a lot of pressure situations during the set.
Oh, absolutely, and he gets as many wide open jump shots as anybody in the league with Jordan and Pippen.
That's right, he should be really good, because I have never seen him shoot one in anybody's face.
Needs to get off to a good start here, and he did.
He got the first money ball.
Now, if you notice, not like the other 2 shooters, Steve Kerr runs up on the same side of the rack and shoots from the left side of the rack instead of the right side.
He's got kind of funny rotation, Reggie. He shoots the ball with a little bit of a twister effect. Not your conventional pure shooter stroke, but he sure can make them. But he shoots it high and soft.
That's a big one.
I think that has a big plus for him. If it hits the lip of the rim, it's definitely going to bounce in.
That was a big money ball in that rack number 3.
This is a big one, too.
Gotta have it.
He needed it.
He can do it.
Looks like he's rushing a little bit. He told me he didn't want to rush.
Gotta make all of them. He's gotta make this one. Gotta make this one or it's done.
Steve Kerr needed that money ball to stay alive, but he could not.
You should have saw Dennis. Look at Dennis Scott over there. He's very happy. He knew he was dead in the water if Kerr would have made that.
Well, Kerr right here, he knows because of his style, his jump shot, that he's got to rush it. He knows he's got to hurry to get this money ball off. And right here, he hits the one he had to hit, hits the next one he had to hit, but the money ball he was rushing.
Does this count as a 6th loss for the Chicago Bulls?
Again, Dick, I don't think that's a loss. I mean, that is good shooting.
Here's Phil Jackson rooting his man on. So short. Let's go to Cheryl.
Oh, that's great.
I'm telling you something. You had your boys sweating some bullets over there. Came down to the last one. I know you were sweating some bullets over here.
I was sweating big bullets, Cheryl, and it's my 2nd time being in, and I finally get a chance to go for all the marbles. Hopefully I can stay hot one more time.
All right, bring it home. Have a good one, man.
So Tim Legler and Dennis Scott have advanced to the finals of the AT&T shootout, and one of these shooters is going to come away with $20,000 first prize.
1988 as Larry Bird battled Dale Ellis. This time around it's Legler and Scott, and Steve Kerr will have to watch the final. 17 points, George McLeod with 17 as well. Legler high man with 22. Scott came in 2nd place with 19. Dana Barros was eliminated in the first round.
Dennis Scott could definitely be in the running here.
And Dennis Scott is going to know what he has to do to win. That's the advantage he's going to have.
Right.
I don't know if he can put up a score of 20. I think that might be good enough. Big shot.
He's got it.
Well, the score of 20 is good, but Dennis Scott both times had 19, so
yeah, but this guy's got 3
see
in a row.
Juwan Howard. He's got the money ball, but it's too little too late. Tim Legler already celebrating over on the bench. He's going to get $20,000, and he's going to love every penny of it.
Oh, that's Valentine's present for his wife, huh?
Yep. His wife had all the labor induced so that Tim could come here to compete. The baby was born on February 1st. His wife, Jennifer. And how happy is Tim Legler and Juwan Howard, the Washington Bullets duo, as Tim Legler has won the 1996 AT&T shootout.
It's so nice. It's apropos. New baby, wife, Valentine's Day. What a present. 20 grand in my pocket. I'm going home.
You know, that's just a lot of pressure on Dennis Scott. You know, when a guy goes out and makes 20 and you have to go out there and make 20, that is a lot of pressure in that
Danny,
competition.
I think the key was what you said earlier. He should have made Legler shoot to the other basket. I think that would have been big.
All right, Tim Legler has won. Rasheed Wallace at the winning basket in the rookie game. So far, a good day for the Bullets.